It's a Saturday night on the North Shore. Plenty of tailgating going on outside the ballpark. Looks really good, doesn't it? Makes you hungry for some baseball as the fans step up and climb into PNC Park for the second game of this three-game series between the Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. Pirates starting pitcher Jeff Karstens is prepared for this one tonight, and he leads the Buccos out onto the field as the Pirates look to get even after dropping last night's opener 6-5. Ron Roenicke's Milwaukee Brewers line up like this tonight. Norichika Aoki is the leadoff man. Ricky Weeks and Ryan Braun 2 and 3. Aramis Ramirez leads the National League with 41 doubles, and he had the key blow, a bases clearing double last night that proved to be enough to win it for the Brewers. Corey Hart, Martin Maldonado behind the plate. Gomez in center. Bianchi just called up today again. Third stint with the Brewers. He'll start at shortstop. And Sean Markham, the right-hander, batting ninth and facing Jeff Karstens,
who's making his 14th start. He missed some time this year. The numbers brought to you by the Western PA Chevy dealers. Jeff Karstens, as we have noted, pitching very well at home in his brief, small number of starts because of that missed time. He's pitched very well here. He's won 4 of his last 5 decisions. He was a starting pitcher last Sunday in the beginning of that 19-inning win against the St. Louis Cardinals, looking to get off the schneid against the Milwaukee Brewers. This will be career start number 9. He is 0-5, although he has pitched well with an ERA that is very respectable. So Jeff Karstens is going to set the tone here for this game against the Brew Crew tonight, and setting the tone for what we hope is a win to break out of this skid, stop all the negativity. Let's play a ball game. Let's see our Pittsburgh Pirates show up tonight and take it out on the Milwaukee Brewers. We owe them one.
Brewers are 2-14 on the road since the All-Star break, so they certainly have struggled away from home, and last night more of an exception than the rule. And the pitch to Norichika Aoki is in for a strike, and we're underway. Nothing in 1 to Aoki. Swing and a miss.
Oh, and a pirouette.
Yeah. Well, Aoki, of course, with the Japanese style swing, and many of the Japanese players have a certain style that
it's a sweep swing. Yeah.
Learned as young kids and have carried it through their professional careers. And Aoki, a longtime pro in Japan, also represented Japan not only in the Olympics but in the World Baseball Classic. A little tapper, almost a swinging bunt to the right side. Quickly Walker gets the ball to Jones to throw him out. 4-3 on the putout. Pirates defensively behind Jeff Karstens in the outfield, left to right. Jose Tabata, Andrew McCutchen, and Travis Snyder. Pedro Alvarez is back at third base with Clint Barnes at short. Walker just saw him make the play to Jones. And Michael McHenry completes the battery tonight, catching Jeff Karstens.
4-3 overall, 379. Jeff Karstens knows how to pitch. He knows how to change speeds. He has a gut feel for what he's trying to do. He reads the previous pitch very well. I think that's a very important quality for a guy that doesn't throw 97 miles an hour.
Ricky Weeks takes a strike.
A lot of strikes from Jeff. This is start number 14. He has walked a total of 15 batters. That too is a weapon. Good control. Never underestimate it.
Here is the 0-1 to Weeks. Looks a little low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Weeks has appeared on the league leaders list in terms of strikeouts, 137 of them. He was hit by a pitch in the 7th inning. First man that Jared Hughes faced in the 7th.
And that's part of his game too. He will remove every part of his body except that left arm with the armor on it. Leave that out there. He'll take a shot there. It looks like he's getting out of the way, but he's leaving that area vulnerable, hoping to be hit. Gives him first base. Part of his game.
3-1, and it's no coincidence that Ron Roenicke's Brewers have been hit by a pitch 73 times this season, the most in the major leagues. 3-1. And Weeks lifts this one to shallow right center field. Here comes McCutchen to make the play.
You know, one of the situations that we really felt bad about last night was the fact that the Pirates wasted a good effort by Wandy Rodriguez. I mean, he pitched well. His best outing, as you hear the introduction, as you always do for Ryan Braun these days.
Visiting ballparks around baseball, the fans have not been too friendly to Ryan. But Ryan's still one of the best in the game.
He is. He is extremely talented. He is the complete baseball player.
Swings and hits this one well to right center field. Snyder back toward the wall. He lifts and he makes the catch. Oh, what a play by Snyder!
Oh, that starts your Saturday night with a big roar from this very large crowd for this big time effort by the Pirate right fielder. Didn't quit on the play. Did not quit on it.
Snyder with a bit of highway robbery. As he took one away from Ryan Braun. Didn't rob him of a home run, but he certainly robbed him of extra bases here.
Yep, just under that home run wall. Stayed with it, didn't quit on it, and gets a wonderful welcome from the Pirate bench. Everybody involved appreciating that one.
What a great play by Snyder. He'll bat second in the bottom half of the first inning. So Jose Tabata will be the leadoff man. You look at our Pirate lineup, brought to you by Toyota. McCutchen bats third, and in 2012 against the Brewers, hitting .481. 7 games, 11 runs batted in, 6 extra base hits. Jones bats cleanup, then Walker, Alvarez, McHenry, Clint Barmas batting 8th, and the pitcher Jeff Karstens bats 9th, facing right-hander Sean Markham,
who is also making just his 14th start of the year. Both he and Karstens missing a lot of time. Elbow injuries, arm injuries for Markham. First crank since being on the DL for 60 days, and his first pitch is a perfecto. Overall, his numbers this year, 5-3, good ERA. This 30-year-old right-hander out of Kansas City, Missouri. 6 feet, 195 pounds.
Tabata takes outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Markham, originally a Toronto Blue Jay, taken third in the 3rd round, 2003, came over to Milwaukee before last season.
A 1-1 pitch from Markham. And he went. Sometimes Jose just can't hold up that check swing. He'll start his hands forward, and sometimes he can't stop them quickly enough. And it's something that is really unique to him. And he's been called on it a couple of times already since his recall from AAA. Markham's 1-2 pitch. Tabata fouls it off down the right side. This ballpark's buzzing tonight, Steve. There seems to be almost a different sound in here tonight.
Yeah, there's an energy level. Of course, they're going to have a big show after the ball game, but they're ready to see their Pirates win a game and send the message. It's not going to be like last year. These people are waiting for that message. Hopefully, it'll come tonight.
Ready for the 1-2 pitch is Jose Tabata. Pops him up, shallow left center. The shortstop Bianchi out. He'll make the catch, and there is one gone in the Pirates' half of the first inning. Steve Blass and his Rivers Casino tips to win.
Yep, jump on Rusty Markham, and you never know what you're going to get. He's been on the 60-day disabled list. Is he going to be refreshed and ready to go and effective, or is he going to be rusty and missing some of the spots and vulnerable? Lean on Jeff Carsons. Many times you're looking to break out of a skid, lean on your starter. That's where it can start. And don't forget how good the home brew is. Good to be home. And we need to mix up a batch of that home brew against the brew crew.
Pirates with a 37-24 record at home. Snyder takes strike one. Batting .308 in the National League with one home run. He's got numbers in the American League too, but they're separate. .250 with 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in with the Blue Jays. 1-1 the count to Travis Snyder. Just underway, bottom of the first, no score. And Snyder out in front of that one.
You will see some fairly similar styles. Karstens and Markham, right-handers, 14th start, injury problems, not overpowering type of pitchers, but they know how to pitch and they know how to win. Markham 55 major league wins in his early career.
1-2's outside. Try for that outside edge. Martin Maldonado held his glove there, but called outside by home plate umpire Doug Eddings.
Yeah, that off-speed pitch that many right-handers will just turn over in their grip and try to run that off-speed pitch down and away from the strike zone of left-hand batters.
2-2 catches the inside corner, and Snyder goes down looking. 2 gone for the Pirates in the bottom of the first inning. Milwaukee defensively behind the pitcher Markham tonight. In the outfield, left to right, Ryan Braun, the all-star starter. Carlos Gomez and Norichika Aoki. Ramirez and Bianchi on the left side. Weeks and Hart on the right side, and Martin Maldonado makes his first start in this series. So Ricky Weeks, a guy they've been counting on, but defensively made 12 errors. Offensively hasn't been getting it done. Just a .213 average for Weeks.
And they've got him almost up and back at second base.
Nothing in window. Andrew McCutchen now.
Looking for Andrew to perhaps try to hit the ball back through the middle. They've got that area covered.
And Andrew has been swinging and missing a lot lately. With what we saw, the ridiculous numbers that he put up in June and July, now to see him sort of come back down to earth is it's not as much fun.
No, but he did what? He drove in a couple of runs last night.
He did. And he swings and misses at 3 straight pitches. Something you will not see very often. In fact, I can't recall the last time I saw that from Andrew McCutchen. 3 up, 3 down. We're on to the second inning. McCutchen swinging and missing at 3 straight pitches from Sean Markham. Markham with 2 strikeouts in the bottom half of the first inning. A strike is called to Aramis Ramirez.
And the Brewers are going to see a lot of strikes. Part of Jeff's game. Good control.
Ramirez hitting .288. Fouls this one off. 41 doubles for Aramis Ramirez. And Ramirez, Ryan Braun, and Corey Hart, who is coming up next, are looking to become the first 3 teammates to finish in the top 3 in extra base hits in a season in a while. The last 3 guys to do it: Roger Maris, Mickey Mantle, and Bill Skowron in 1960 with the Yankees. And this one is lifted over the head of Barmes for just a fillet of fish into the outfield.
Yep. He's one of the few guys that will slow his swing down to take advantage of that slow curve that Jeff Carsons throws. This is the slow hook. You see this curveball spin. Ramirez is able to wait just long enough. Doesn't get a lot on it, but a lot of guys are so far out in front they swing and miss it completely. He stayed with it just enough to lift it over Clint Barmes' head.
That's
good hitting.
That's good hitting. You saw his eyes. They never blinked, never flinched. Eyes just focused on the ball the whole way. Pitch to Corey Hart. We'll wait. Hart with 57 extra base hits. Ramirez with 60 and Braun with 60. Jay Bruce also with 60. So 3 of the top 4 in the National League in extra base hits are Brewers.
Ramos doesn't run very much, but he stole 6 bases. A little bit of a thought about the conditions. There's a pretty stiff breeze. It was blowing directly in, but now it's blowing a little bit across from left to right. That helped carry the ball that Braun hit, that Snyder made the great play on. Looked like it was coming straight in, but just a little slice because of the right-hander hit.
That's down to Alvarez. He goes to second for 1. Walker's turn good for an around-the-horn double play.
And the key to that play is Pedro Alvarez taking the ball on the line in a strong, accurate feed to Neil Walker. That ball, that double play was set up by Pedro Alvarez. Good stuff.
Alvarez.
That's a long throw.
Yeah, watch the bullet he throws. I mean, this is 90 feet right here, station to station, and hits Neil right in the target in the middle of the chest.
Simple as that. 5-4-3, round the horn, started by the third baseman.
Two men out, and the batter is Martin Maldonado, the catcher.
And tip of the cap too to the positioning of Alvarez. He was almost sitting on the third baseline, so expecting Hart to pull. He did. He get the double play.
Well, Pedro got caught a little bit last night in the 7th inning when pitcher Mike Fiers was at the plate. He had struck out and looked badly doing so twice before. He laid down a bunt. There's a ground ball up the middle. Barmes spinning behind the back. Got him.
Big circle around that one from Clint. There's that redeemer from last night's struggles for Clint Barmes. That's a sparkling play. Watch this one.
Barmes taking a hit away from Maldonado.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks.
Bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Garrett Jones is in for a strike. Off-speed pitch at 71 miles an hour. And how about the glove work of Clint Barmas?
That was a terrific play. You have to do so many things well, and you're off balance, trying to get an accurate throw, get some strength on it, on the move. Your body's going one way. You just got to hope you pick the right angle to release the ball. That was a great play.
Well, Markham threw a floater up there, and Jones chased it low. 0-2 to Garrett.
Well, you're going to see that curveball 14% of the time, but this is going to be a little vendetta with him and Carsons to see who can throw the slowest pitch tonight.
We might have a winner. One of them's going to win. 0-2. That's inside. We saw one that Carsons threw in his last outing. 2 outings ago, actually. The pitcher was going to sacrifice, and he threw one 57 miles an hour.
That's a failing grade. I mean, you got to go at least over 60.
Well, 57 is what he hit. That's the slowest we've seen all year by anybody. 2-2 to Garrett Jones. Jones has a home run off of Markham. Get a solo shot against him. And he swings and drives it up in the air, deep to right field. Aoki back to the wall. He leaps, and he makes the catch. Norichika Aoki right up against the Clemente wall, retiring Garrett Jones. Jones thought he might have had his 22nd, but Aoki was able to make the grab.
I thought this was gone. I thought he got plenty of it. A lot of height. That gives Aoki plenty of time to go back and measure where he's going to make his attempt.
A couple of feet short of the wall there. So that would have hit the wall had Aoki not been there, but a couple of feet short perhaps of going over that railing on top. Jones 0 for 1.
Markham has given up 10 home runs in his first 13 starts. All of that obviously before going on the DL, the 60-day DL. What did he start? 15 days, and then they switched to 60.
Yeah.
The arm problems.
He hasn't had a start since the 14th of June against his hometown team, the Kansas City Royals. He's born in Kansas City, lives in Missouri still, in Excelsior Springs. 0-2, and Walker bangs it foul down the right side.
He's been pretty consistent. 13 wins last year. His first year with Milwaukee. 13 2 years ago. His last year with Toronto. Doubtful that he'll get to 13 this year. His winning percentage is good. 55 and 35 career-wise. And as you mentioned, 2-1 against the Pirates in 5 starts.
Markham's 0-2 pitch. Walker with 69 runs batted in. He leads all major league second basemen in that category. Now, last year he had a career high 83, which did lead National League second baseman. So he seems to be well on his way to getting 83 or better. Bouncer to the right side. And Hart throws to Markham to retire Walker. He's going to check in with Dan Potash. Danny?
All right, Tim, thank you very much. Well, as you said, a big crowd expected after tonight's game to stick around for fireworks. Though a big crowd on hand before today's game for Fan Photo Fest Day, if you will. That's right. The doors opening up for fans to line the warning track around the ballpark. And the Pirates came out and said hi, took some pictures. Now, Steve Blass, you know how busy a player's day can be on game day as far as getting to the ballpark. Getting in their workout regimen, talking to the media, seeing tape, getting ready for the game. To take an hour out to say hello to some fans, not an easy thing to do.
Not an easy thing to do, Dan, but it's a nice little break because you really you get out there and you get involved in it, and you see how much it means to the fans, not just the little ones, the big ones, to see you as people, not just a ball player. So yeah, it breaks up the routine, but every once in a while, it's okay to break up the routine. And we hope we're going to break up the routine tonight of the last few games.
Markham turned over the changeup right there.
You know what time got squeezed the most was the time with the media. Just saying. Just saying.
Just saying.
Well, it's not like he had anything to do in there, Dan.
Right.
0-2 to Pedro. Fouls it off the end of the bat. Dan works the clubhouse pretty hard.
Yep.
Two outs, bases empty, no score, and an 0-2 count on Pedro Alvarez. Sean Markham getting a sign from Maldonado. Here's the pitch. Foul back.
I've still got an old album of little pictures that somebody gave me. They took of all the players back in the day when we had photo days, similar to what they had this afternoon. And it is neat. You know, people get the idea you're a baseball machine. You're some kind of not a robot, but it personalizes it when you get out close. You can stand next to somebody, get your picture taken. It's fun. It does break it up a little bit.
Just recently saw a picture day in St. Louis. The Cardinals had it. And then several hours later, Pedro Alvarez hit a home run in the 19th, the same day.
I like that photo. I like that image, that visual.
They did the same thing the Pirates did last Sunday. And just a 6-hour game. 19 innings.
You'll have to adjust the lens to a later point in the day.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Pedro wants time.
Doug Eddings saying, let's go. Home plate umpire. All right, boys, let's pick it up.
Ready to go.
Move it along here.
Bottom of the second. Let's move it along. Alvarez takes high count full, 3-2.
You are not going to see a lot of speed tonight. Eddings. Sean Markham is going to be around the 84, 85, 86 mile an hour mark with his fastball.
Pedro hammers it to right field. This ball is going to be off the wall. And Alvarez heading for second base. He better hurry. There's the throw. He's safe. Gets past the shortstop, the Yankee. And in with a 2-out double is Pedro Alvarez. That was a frozen rope right off the wall.
Yeah, a vapor trail behind that one, and Aoki played it pretty well. And it was going to be dicey at second base, but boy, he goes down and just rips that ball, and that gets out there in a hurry. Aoki, if he gets a better angle on it, it's going to be a done deal. I think even at that point, if he gets the ball at second base, he's going to be out. It just got out there so quickly.
Michael McHenry at the plate. Had a big pinch hit, base hit last night that scored a run in the bottom of the 9th. And he takes outside ball 1. And for McHenry, that pinch hit run scoring single snapped an 0 for 21 streak for him. He'd been having his own struggles lately. Still, over his last 34 games, he's hitting .306. And with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, a .313 hitter. Trying to get the first run of the ball game in. Pirates, when scoring first, are 36-12. Problem is, in August, Steve, they've only scored first in 3 of 22 games. And it seems like they've been playing from behind throughout this entire month early in ball games.
That takes its toll on everybody, especially this time of year. You want to have a few of those cruiser kind of games. A blowout, if you will.
And the 2-0 coming to McHenry. Swings and pops it up foul.
It seems like tonight we're getting a kind of a continuation from Milwaukee starter Sean Markham that we saw with Fiers last night. Not a lot of dazzling heat. Fiers a lot of breaking balls, that great slow curve that he has. And you're seeing a little bit similar type of a pattern from Markham.
Two ball, 1 strike pitch. Kenley a little bit ahead.
You're going to see a heavy dose of off-speed stuff from both of these starters. And that's going to be what you have to adjust to as a hitter. If you don't adjust, you're going to see that kind of thing. Swings that are too early. And the more a pitcher sees of that, the more he'll slow it down for you. You want to be out there early? We can make you out there real early.
Now the count is full to McHenry. Maldonado blocking the ball in the dirt. Alvarez, a 2-out double. He's in scoring position. Jones led the inning off and flied out right to the right field wall. Aoki making a good play up against the wall. Walker grounded out. And Alvarez the double, and now McHenry a full count on him. As Sean Markham, 30-year-old right-hander, gets set to deliver. Little cat and mouse. The Fort, Michael McHenry out of Knoxville, Tennessee. And the payoff is fouled off.
I think he could have got out in front of that a little more. He almost hit it behind himself. He's a little wry smile. And the Majestic is saying, slow it down, guys. Slow the swing down.
Slow it down in the AGH camp.
Just way out in front. A majestic swing, by the way, but full foul.
3-2 pitch from Markham.
Again,
same
79
thing.
miles an hour. Again, out in front. It is hard. It is hard to change major league batters' approach. Usually they have a definitive approach, and to make adjustments, especially in the games, they want to go back to that comfort level, what got them to the big leagues. And sometimes it's hard to get them to change, slow everything down. They've had success with a particular approach, particular swing, particular set of mechanics, and sometimes it's like breaking scar tissue. You get these soft tossers, you see a lot of foul balls, a lot of balls pulled foul. I mean, definitively foul.
The 3-2 again. And that's ball 4. Pirates are 2 on and 2 out. Fort draws a walk. Now ready to face Sean Markham is the Pirates shortstop, Clint Barmas. 39 pitches, 26 for strikes in the early going for Sean Markham.
Well, and the Brewers came in here with a struggling bullpen, with very much a struggling bullpen. So you kind of combine that with the fact Markham is back, as you said, he might be on a pitch count, probably is. You might be able to get into that bullpen early.
Throw back down to second base, and Pedro's out. Picked off by the catcher, Maldonado.
Well, the mistake he made was not sliding back. He stepped back, and I think that gave the opportunity to get the out call at second base.
family to cheer on the Bucks tomorrow as they battle the Brewers at 1:35. All fans take home a Pirates gym bag thanks to Pepsi Max and Giant Eagle. Come early for the #1 Cochran Family Fun Zone on Federal Street. Stay after. Kids get to run the bases thanks to H.K. Anderson Pretzels. For tickets, Pirates.com. Well, Pedro Alvarez thought he had enough time to step back, but Martin Maldonado showing a bit of a cannon. Got it down there. The ball beat him there, and Pedro's foot might have touched the bag a split second ahead of the tag, but the ball was there so early that second base umpire Paul Nart called him out.
And that sometimes will buy a call when you don't go back to the base in a quick fashion. So conceptually, and you know, maybe he's safe, maybe he's not. It's a close play. But if you don't do the right thing fundamentally, it invites that kind of call.
Doug Eddings behind the plate. Paul Nart is at second. Dan DeMute, the crew chief, who was behind the plate last night, is back at third. Here's the 0-2. And Gomez laid off the high fastball from Karstens. Kerwin Danley says he did not go on the appeal.
Anytime when a ball gets there that much in front of the runner, you're going to invite that call. Umpire is aware of that. Curveball is not chased. So if the umpire sees the ball getting that to that point that early, he's going to say, boy, there's a pretty good chance that runner is going to be out. You see a lot of situations where the ball gets there, even if a tag is applied high or maybe even in a case late, the throw got there. A lot of times you're going to get the call. You're going to get the out call.
Clint Hurdle went out and had a little verbal session with Paul Nart. Up in the air to right center field, fairly deep. Drifting back to the track is Snyder. He makes the catch, and Carlos Gomez is out to start the third inning for Milwaukee. There's Jeff Bianchi. Bianchi just called up today. Third time this season he has been with the Brewers. And after the game last night, right-handed pitcher Mike McClendon was outrighted to AAA Nashville, and Bianchi called up.
There are players sometimes that get caught in that kind of rotation where they're not up a lot, they're not down a lot, they're the bounce guy. And every club has a couple guys like that. You see him 2 or 3 times a year. So, you constantly wonder, how many options does this guy have left? How many times can they do this? He's one of them. He's the Milwaukee guy.
He's still looking for his first major league hit. 0 for 13 in his career.
You don't wonder if you're going to. You wonder if you're going to have a year in AAA or in the big leagues or where you're going to be when the dust settles.
1-2. Bianchi toward the middle. There's Barmes. Leaping throw, and he got it. Nice play by Barmes again, and that non-traditional leaping throw he makes, and sometimes throwing off the wrong foot, but it's a matter of a quick release and getting the ball to first base.
It's kind of a fun athletic play to watch when he makes it in that fashion.
Well, he was a good athlete. He actually played basketball at the Division I level at Indiana State. Played baseball for the Sycamores as well before deciding to concentrate solely on baseball. But he was good enough to be a D1 basketball player. But very athletic.
Not surprised.
Markham takes strike 2, 0-2 quickly.
And Jeff Karstens hoping to face the minimum through the first 3 innings with the help of a double play.
There's a double play hit into by Corey Hart in the second. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Markham. Jeff retired the side in order. A little help from Travis Snyder. He went up against the right center field wall deep and took a double away from Ryan Braun. And recorded the final out of the inning. Ramirez has the only hit, a little soft serve to left field. Hart the double play, and then Martin Maldonado thought he had a base hit up the middle, but there was Barmes to take it away.
And just because Ramirez got that base hit on Jeff's pet pitch, the slow curve, it is not going to stop him from throwing a lot of them tonight.
Struck him out.
For instance, right there.
1, 2, 3 go the Brewers in the third inning. First strikeout of the ball game for Jeff Karstens. Tash and Steve Blass. I'm Tim Neverett at PNC Park. You can follow the Pirates with the MLB.com @Bat12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @Bat to 31826 or visit Pirates.com for details. If you don't have the @Bat app, you got to get it.
Get it. Just do it.
Clint Barmes was left at the altar when Pedro Alvarez was picked off to end the bottom of the second inning. So Barmes behind in the count, 0-1. Barmes, Karstens, and Tabata to face Markham in the Pirates' half of the third. Popped up right side. Was reaching for it. And Maldonado in foul ground will make the grab, 1 down. And Barmes way out in front of that pitch. So Markham, Steve, appears as though he is going to attempt to keep the Pirate hitters on their front foot all night.
Yeah, and if they keep doing that, well, he won't change. What you do as a pitcher, you adjust if they're catching on to you. If they're hitting the ball all over the place, you got to adjust. But right now, he's got them way out in front. Some awkward swings.
Strike 1 to Jeff Karstens.
84-mile-an-hour get me over fastball.
Jeff is 2 for 25. He finds himself down on the count, 0-2.
Steve Carlton, Hall of Famer, used to say, I'm not adjusting unless they start hitting me. And he says, I'll take it a step further. And he puts down the dirt. He said, I'm not going to throw strikes until they force me to. If they chase everything out of the strike zone, why should I come into the strike zone? That's where people hit the ball.
That's a good point.
And Steve did pretty well.
He did okay.
Lefty was all right. Yep. When he started throwing that cut fastball inside the right-hand batters, stopped the fight.
Down to first base, Corey Hart will take it himself. 2 out.
Can you imagine a major league team winning 59 games in the season? One of their pitchers won 27 of them.
Yeah, amazing. Speaking of pretty good pitchers, the controversy surrounding him notwithstanding, there's some chatter out there that Roger Clemens, who is pitching tonight in a minor league game in Texas and has a personal services contract with the Houston Astros already, might entertain the idea, or at least the Astros are open to discussing it with Clemens, about maybe coming back at age 50.
Well, you know they're going to have personnel at that game. You know the Astros are going to have personnel there.
That's what the reports are, that there will be scouts on hand to watch him pitch. Rogers says that's not his intent. He's not in shape anywhere near where he'd need to be in a major league ballgame.
Then why is he doing it?
That's a good question. I think that there's a theory that this will push his timing for the Hall of Fame back.
If he goes to the pitch in the big leagues, which he says he's not intending to do.
He may do that anyway. That might be part of the motivation. You never know. Talbot fouls another one off. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Some people in various industries say, "You've not seen the last of me."
You sort of get the feeling Roger didn't go out on his own terms.
No.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Jose. And the pitch from Sean Markham. He struck him out. Second time he's been called on one of those check swings. Pirates done in order. We're heading to the 4th inning at PNC Park. Still scoreless between the Bucks and the Brewers.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Jeep. Now get a great deal on a legendary Jeep vehicle at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin mattress stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Aoki takes strike 1. He is 0 for 1. He grounded to second in the 1st inning. Ichika Aoki. The 1 pitch. And he hits this one to Andrew McCutcheon. He makes the running drive for the first out of the Brewers' 4th. Time to take a look at our AT&T Mobility trivia question.
Arky Vaughan.
Who was the... No, that's not right. Who was the last Pirates pitcher to throw 3 consecutive shutouts? Last Pirates pitcher to throw 3 consecutive shutouts. Think about that for a moment. I think Doug Drabek was pretty good. 1999. 99? No. 90. What year did Smiley have the 20 wins? Well, John Smiler. 91, right?
And Drabek was 22-6 that year. He won the Cy Young.
1-0, Ricky Weeks. Slow ground ball to Barmes. Double clutches and still gets Weeks. 2 men out. So
this might be a trick question.
Maybe John Smiley.
Maybe not.
Maybe Doug Drabek.
Maybe not.
We know it's not Bob Waugh.
We know it's not Teague.
Not Kentako. I'm just wondering who else it could be. Who could it be?
Who can it be now?
Who could it be, Mr.? I don't know. If we knew who it was, maybe
it's not Arky Vaughan.
Maybe we'd write a book about him. I don't know. Pitch to Ryan Braun. That's in for a strike call. Huh. Now, if you didn't have a good enough hint now, you're never going to get one.
You know, back in the day, and this is not a winner, but Randy Tomlin had 2 in a row.
Yeah.
And remember interviewing him down in the Houston Astrodome. And I told him, you know, you got a chance for 3 shutouts in a row. He said, I do. The guys maybe keep more track of it these days. He might have been putting me on too. But, he was eligible.
That's possible.
He was eligible. Wow. That's getting in your kitchen right there.
Right there. He sawed him off, and Jones with the easy out. 1, 2, 3. Go the Brewers again in the 4th inning. Travis Snider will lead off. The number 2 hitter. Then Andrew McCutchen looks to get back in the offensive swing. And G.I. Jones will hit 3rd. PNC Park, big crowd on hand as the Pirates looking for a run here. Very nice night in Pittsburgh.
Sneaking up on a full moon in a few days, less than a week away. I think 31st.
Markham snuck a strike in on Snider. Snider struck out looking his first time up. That one a little short. 1-1.
Neil Armstrong passed away, and he was there. He was there. Great American hero. One small step.
Moment of silence before the ball game today in remembrance of Neil Armstrong. 2 balls, 1 strike.
So far, seeing a whole lot of off-speed stuff and a whole lot of quick at-bats. Game moving along. This is the kind of game where you can offset. All of a sudden, you look up and it's the 7th inning. Need to get something done along the way. Markham dealing. Jeff Carson's a very brisk top of the 4th. 3 up and 3 quickly down. And you don't usually saw Ryan Braun off that thoroughly. Jeff just did it. And he got way inside.
2-2 to Snider. And he looks at strike 3 for the 2nd time. 3rd strikeout for Markham in the ball game, and Andrew McCutchen will be next. Let's take a look at our AT&T Mobility trivia question one more time. If you didn't get it last half inning, you'll get it now. Who was the last Pirates pitcher to throw 3 consecutive shutouts? Let's see. Is he sitting to my right? How about that? 1968, 3 in a row. Mets, Cubs, and Reds.
That was a good month.
Pretty good week.
Pitcher of the
couple
month.
weeks.
Yep. That was a lot of fun. That was 1968, the year of the pitcher.
Yep.
Had 7 that year. Would have had 8, but Elroy Face needed an appearance. I went out to play left field for a batter. He came in, got his appearance. Braves didn't score. No complete game, no shutout.
Oh, man.
That's all right. Seven's all right.
Down to third base. Ramirez, long throw, retires Kutch, 2 down. Look at that photo. Looks like it was just taken a few years ago.
10 strikeouts.
You don't remember that, do you?
I do now.
No, you probably remember the temperature, the barometric pressure.
I remember a good finish that year. That was a lot of fun. That was a great year for a lot of pitchers. They will jump on the bandwagon. A good year for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
71, not a bad year.
That's the best part of the bandwagon right there. It's 1971.
Jones fouls it back for strike 1. Jones just missed a home run in the second inning. Flying out to right field with Norichi Kaioki, the right fielder's back almost right up against the wall.
I'll tell you, when you have 3 shutouts in a row, you want to pitch the day after that third one. Give me the ball again. This is fun.
But you never had a sore arm, did you?
No, I never did. Never did.
And a rubber arm, I guess.
Yep.
But not everybody gets that.
That's genetics. That's an accident of birth. I surely didn't do anything to promote good arm health, except what my high school coach told me. He said, after you pitch, elevate your arm and pound a lot of hot water on your elbow. I did it. I don't know if it made any difference, but it wasn't broke, so I kept doing it.
2 strikes on Jones now.
More slow stuff. Yep. Early swings.
Probably comes a point where hitters like, just give me a fastball.
Yeah.
Just give me one. Unless Markham hangs a breaking pitch. And that's okay too.
Well, he can show you that 84, 85 mile an hour fastball, and it can be effective if it's set up properly.
1-2 in the air to left center. Ryan Braun drifting over there. He will make the catch, and the Pirates are retired in order for the second inning in a row. Third time tonight, still scoreless on the North Shore. All zeros, top of the 5th inning, and the Barge with the pyrotechnics from Zambelli.
Staging area.
They're getting ready to have a great show tonight. Pirates hoping to put on a good show in the second half of this ball game. First half just about gone.
Not much offense, whole lot of pitching, and really pitching, not throwing, pitching.
Aramis Ramirez rips one down into the left field corner.
Another double for him.
Cut off by Tabata. Jose will try to make it a play. Sliding in safely is Aramis Ramirez with his league leading 42nd double. He has the only 2 hits for the Brewers.
It's in that hitting zone. Not far enough up, not far enough in. Combine that with not fast enough, and you get a comfortable double.
Well, Ramirez is on pace to hit 54 doubles this season, which would tie the Brewers franchise record set by Lyle Overbay, former Pirate, in 2004.
If you're going to throw a pitch in that neighborhood, it needs to be 95 miles an hour. Jeff simply doesn't throw it 95.
Well, Corey Hart hit into a double play in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. RBI chance for Hart, so Karstens has to be careful with him. Hart, a very dangerous hitter, and he has hit everywhere in the Brewers order except for third and fourth over the last couple of years. He was their leadoff man for a while last year. Ricky Weeks was out. 0-1. Waving a miss. And just broke off the plate.
He's up there with the strikeouts, 231 coming into the game. Waving that breaking ball. Sweeper. Sweeping breaking ball. Jeff throws the curveball at different speeds.
And he strikes out Hart. Second strikeout of the night for Karstens. Comes at a good time.
If you're going to chase breaking balls, Jeff will give you a bunch of them to deal with. This one more up and down than the other one, or up and then down. The other one was side to side. You've got a little basket of different breaking balls. You know, try this one. Try this one. Try this other one.
One out, and Ramirez the runner at second base. Martin Maldonado robbed of a base hit up the middle by Farmas to end the second inning. Big curveball here for a strike.
Yep. Jeff does not want to throw this curveball in there too often, although that's far enough where it's off the plate inside and then picks up the inside corner. That's the reverse of the back door.
And the 0-1. Tried to sneak that one on the corner and missed.
Jeff Karstens' version of the backdoor breaking ball would be to a left-hand batter outside and then bring it up the outside corner. You don't want to throw too many breaking balls inside the right-hand batters, because if you miss, those kind of pitches get hit a long way. And if you miss, you better miss in toward the body.
Another off-speed delivery, 68 miles an hour.
I bet they're doing great business up in the concession stands with soft serve tonight.
We're seeing plenty of it both ways.
It's just hard for these guys to hold back.
It's just tantalizing.
Big, strong men swinging way out in front of these slow curveballs on both sides. And again, if you want to be out in front, curveball pitchers will recognize that and they'll throw it even slower.
One out, one on. Karstens dealing 1-2. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
66 miles an hour. Tried it again inside. Missed that time, but missed properly. And then it didn't curve into that hitting zone. Stayed inside close to the batter.
Maldonado caught a lot when Lucroy was out. Jonathan Lucroy, the regular catcher, had the boxer's fracture in the right hand. Suffered in a hotel room in Los Angeles early in the season. So Maldonado called up the end of May. He and George Kataris had been splitting the catching duties, with Maldonado getting the bulk of it until Lucroy came back. And when Lucroy came back, Kataris was designated for assignment. And they kept Maldonado up.
The thing about Jeff Karstens that people don't give him enough credit for, he's got a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. That is plenty fast enough to really make that contrast effective. Now, his mound opponent, Markham, doesn't get up that high with a fastball, so he's got to be a little more careful. But Jeff, people don't give his fastball enough credit. 91 is plenty adequate at the major league level.
2-2, breaking ball, got him looking, strike 3.
Yep. And there's another one. He came inside. Maybe it's by design. Breaking ball, starting inside and just ducking in and picking up the inside corner. He wants it out away. But Jeff gets a call there, I believe.
And he loses 5 miles an hour from release to the catch. They're all heading out to get the soft serve, Steve.
Yep.
Among other things, plenty of choices here at PNC Park.
Are there ever? You get up on that mezzanine, you can have a lot of fun going up to those counters. A lot of choice. I'll tell you one thing. Now there is a golf shirt right there.
You will never not find that guy, no matter where he is.
I'll tell you, you got to be a man to wear that shirt. That's a man. That is neon. That is neon.
Batteries not included. Gomez looks at ball one.
How do you want to follow up a leadoff double? Well, strike the next two guys out. Set yourself up to leave Ramirez at second base.
Gomez flied to right field. He's 0 for 1. 249 average. Gomez with 12 home runs on the year. And he's way out in front. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Steve, is it because these guys are trying to hit the ball into the next county and they get so far out in front?
Well, it looks so attractive coming in so slow. Yeah, we can hit this ball a long way. But, they're stubborn.
1-1 pitch. Foul tipped into the glove of McHenry.
See, there's a good follow-up. 89 miles an hour in that fastball, but such good contrast. Because if you get the feel, okay, they're going to wait and wait and wait. Now that fastball looks like a freight train coming. If they're thinking they're going to wait on another breaking ball and don't get it.
Gomez awaiting the 1-2. And a ground ball to short. Charging is Barmes. One hand leaping throw. He got him. Nice. And the leadoff double is spoiled.
As we're scoreless going into the bottom of the 5th inning, and there was no time for Andrew to rest on Friday afternoon because he was busy with the Perry High School baseball team. He's been doing this all year. It's all part of Kutch's crew. Taking a little time out to put on a short clinic before the game, a little Q&A, and a little help from Pedro Alvarez. It's something kind of cool that Kutch does throughout the year. Did it last season as well. Then invited the Perry High School baseball team to take in the game last night against the Brewers. You know, guys, we talked about the Pirates not having a lot of time in the afternoon and have to break away from the schedule to make time for fans. Well, you know, Andrew always signs autographs after he gets done warming up on the field here at home. Well, nothing changes on the road. I remember seeing in San Diego and St. Louis, the most recent trip, comes off the field, stops, signs for at least 10 to 15 minutes before coming to the dugout before the game.
Always does.
Yeah.
Always does it.
Those stories are great to hear. Great to hear.
Yeah. He's got it figured out. Walker toward right center field. Here comes Gomez, and he dropped it. And Walker heading for second to put the brakes on. Throw comes back into first base.
Flank.
And for whatever reason, Gomez could not hang on to that baseball, and that opens the door for the Pirates. An error on Carlos Gomez.
You never know what's going to happen when the door is open. Opportunity. He's got great speed. Closes on the ball. I don't even think he looked up at Neal. He was just there, and ball hit off the edge of the glove. I wonder if he got that glove in front of his face and just
you don't see that every day.
Wasn't able to follow it all the way in. I'm just wondering if he did have the glove and blocked his vision at the last moment.
Looked like a fairly, not a completely routine, but a fairly routine fly ball.
Yeah, with his speed and up around his face. Yeah.
Markham's pitch. Pedro takes outside. Watch it, hits the outside of his glove.
Yeah. I guess he's got his face beside the glove. I don't know. Who knows?
Nobody out. Walker at first. 1-0 pitch to Alvarez. Popped him up. Shortstop Bianchi retires Pedro. 1 out. Alvarez 1 for 2. Well, I guess there's all kinds of activities you can do at the ballpark.
I tell you, people come at the ballpark in the weirdest costumes. Well, congratulations.
No score with 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning here.
That really tells you PNC Park is the place to be.
I guess so. A lot of invited guests.
Yeah. 35, 38,000, their closest friends.
Middle infield looks for 2 for the Brewers, with Walker leading off at first. And the pitch coming. And McHenry takes a strike.
We're not talking velocity tonight. We're talking hang time.
Yeah, Markham could have been a good punter. Goes to first. By the time he lets go of that curveball, his infielders could probably go down and cover the punt by the time it reaches home plate. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Nope, he'll throw to first instead. A little quicker that time. And Walker getting back.
Not by much. You've already had 1 pickoff. The pickoffs do not make your manager feel good.
Especially when they're off second. You're in scoring position. That was Pedro Alvarez in the 2nd inning with Barmes at the plate. And McHenry belts this one toward the gap in left center field. This one is going to go off the warning track, off the wall. Walker going to get way at home. And Neil Walker to the plate, scores standing up. 1-0 Pirates.
Bill Michael ran into one. The door opened up with the air, and the Pirates have moved 1 runner through it already and still in business. And the great news about that one, the ball it went far enough so it short hopped the wall and didn't just bounce up into the stands for the ground rule double.
Yeah, had that gone in for the double, Walker would be stuck at third, having been at first base. Because it short hopped the wall and stayed in play, Neil got the score. And the Pirates, for just the 4th time this month, score the first run of the ball game. They're 36-12 when they score first. Pirates trying to end a 4-game losing skid. Double number 11 for Michael McHenry, and he's had RBIs in each of his last 2 games, including last night in the bottom of the 9th inning with a pinch hit single. Barnes popped out foul to the catcher Martin Maldonado in the 3rd inning. 0 for 1. Fouls this one off. Barnes with an 0-2 count. Barnes has been more productive lately. His average reflecting that. Now up to 220. He's been struggling under 200 and right around the Mendoza line for most of the season. One out, McHenry at second base. One and two now to Clint. Barmes has sit safely in 4 of his last 6 games. And last night played in his 900th career game. One ball, 2-strike pitch away, and Markham. Whoa.
A little offline, just a little outside.
You think so? He only missed the base by 45 feet.
Lost the grip, lost the handle.
McHenry couldn't go anywhere. Barnes trying to get him around. 1-2. In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We talked earlier about the possible pitch count for Markham. He made 3 rehab starts after being on the DL on that 60-day disabled list. Just 13 innings. Don't really know what Ron Roenicke might have in mind for him. Rick Kranitz, the pitching coach for the Milwaukee Brewers, right beside Roenicke, so they might be discussing that very subject.
Barmes strikes out. He is 0 for 2, and that brings up Karstens. Use your Giant Eagle Advantage card tomorrow when the Pirates battle the Brewers at 1:35 and get a great discount. Save up to $10 off tickets to this or any Sunday home game. When you show your Giant Eagle Advantage card at the PNC Park ticket windows or go to pirates.com/advantage card. Come out tomorrow and get a discount on your Advantage card.
Well, Jeff Carson's 0 for 1, but he did sting the ball right to first baseman Corey Hart his first time up. So you want to make contact, put the ball in play, and see what happens.
Chance to help his own cause with McHenry trying to get home. Michael with the RBI double, scoring Neil Walker after Carlos Gomez dropped a fly ball to center, allowing Walker to reach. The Pirates on top 1-0 in the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Up second in the top of the 6th. Nothing happening in the Milwaukee bullpen. He's been doing just fine. Unearned run at this point in the ball game. Just 1 unearned run is good work.
0-2 to Jeff. Sean Markham gets his sign from Maldonado. And his 0-2 coming to Karstens. We'll have another. Well, Jeff pitched was the starter anyway in the 19-inning game Sunday against the Cardinals. And coincidentally, he was the starter in the 19-inning game last year against the Braves.
What we got now, Tim, is one of Greg Brown's favorite things. He loves the wave.
Really?
Yep, I got it going. Having a good time. Haven't had a whole lot to make a lot of noise about, but You're liking the fact the Pirates are up 1-0 here in the middle part of the ballgame.
0-2 to Jeff Karstens. I suppose Greg got it going. You think he encouraged the fans to do that?
He likes this action.
Really? There it goes. All the way around.
I know Greg Braun's having a good time.
0-2. There's a ground ball up the middle of a base hit. McHenry will come around. Gomez up, throwing to the plate. It's offline. McHenry, the drive-by slide, caught the plate with his hand, and Karstens helps himself with an RBI single. His second run batted in this year, and the Pirates lead it 2-0.
That's the plan. Put it in play. Something good can happen. He hits that ball right past the pitcher, and slowly enough where McHenry can get in, well, somewhat comfortably. Put the ball in play. It's a pretty good looking pitch, but it's right under the glove of Markham. And you know he's frustrated to see him kick at the dirt. He knows he had a chance to make that play. And now the Pirates have really cashed in on that leadoff error charge to Gomez in center field. And they're, who knows, maybe they're still not done.
Tabata takes ball 1.
That's huge, absolutely huge.
Jose is 0 for 2. He popped up to the shortstop Bianchi in the first and then struck out swinging in the third.
Maybe Jeff can steal a base. He's doing a lot tonight. Smile. Yeah, you know you got all that.
He's not going anywhere.
I don't think so.
He was happy just to get to first. Markham gives him a glare. 2-0.
I don't know if the guys still do it, but back in the old days, the starting rotation guys used to have a bet going on who could put up the best hitting numbers through the course of the year. Usually involved a hamburger helper dinner. That was before free agency.
Really?
Not a steak dinner.
Now it's steak.
Yeah. And a lot of it would be entire
Things have progressed a lot in the game since you were in it. What flavor hamburger helper? Or was there only one back then?
I'll tell you, yeah, there probably was one. I love hamburger helper. I do. I love it. Maybe it's a color guy thing. Bob Walk loves hamburger helper too.
Jose Tabata in 24 career games against Milwaukee, hitting .303 with 1 home run against the Brewers. And he drives into the gap in left center field. On the run is Karstens. This one is off the wall. Karstens going to get waved around third. The relay throw will not be caught. And Jose Tabata drives in Karstens for the game's third run.
You never know what's going to happen when the door is open. You never know. And the Pirates taking advantage. What you want your ball club to do. Take advantage of opportunities, whether you create them or the other guys give them to you. Keep the ball rolling. Well, it would have been a lot easier if Jeff had stolen second base. It'd been easier.
Yeah, you're right. But Tabata with his 12th career RBI against Milwaukee. Hit the padding right at the base of the wall in front of the bullpen. Just kind of leaped up off the top. And padding juts out just a little bit, and that's where that ball landed.
No check swing there for Jose. Turned it loose.
Double number 16 for Tabata. And his 12th RBI of the year. Now Snyder, who has had a couple of tough at-bats, he has struck out looking twice. And the chances of him doing that again are probably slimmer. Takes a pitch inside. Right on the corner for a strike.
I attribute all this to the wave.
Was it the rally wave?
Yep. So far it's the 3-run wave. Wouldn't you just love it to be the 5-run wave? Travis running into
real
one.
Nice. 0-1. And Snyder pokes one into right center field. That's a base hit. Tabata coming around third. And Tabata will score standing up. Travis Snyder with an RBI single. Pirates leading it 4-0.
Little half swing, one-handed swing over the second baseman's head. Bucks keep it going. Watch his swing. Slow it down. Do a little one-hand flip.
And now this will bring up Andrew McCutchen with Snyder aboard and 2 men out. And the 22nd pitch of the inning is way outside for ball 1. Well, Markham laboring in the 5th. He was very good through 4. But that dropped fly ball by the center fielder Carlos Gomez to lead off the inning when Neil Walker was able to reach. Just open that door a crack, and the Pirates with doubles from Tabata and McHenry and base hits from Karstens and Snyder have kicked it open. And McCutchen, a ground ball to Bianchi out to the outfield. Snyder's going to take third. And Bianchi's going to get charged with an error. And now the Bucks with runners at the corners. 2 errors in the inning now for Milwaukee.
Yeah. And people are going to point to this saying that the defensive collapse. However, and you got that on the books. However, it's still a pitcher's responsibility. If somebody makes an error, you just don't cave in and give up a bunch of hits and say, well, it's not my fault. The error created everything. That's not how it's supposed to work. So there's still part of the responsibility after an error is made for the pitcher to do what he can to clean it up.
Garrett Jones is the 9th man to bat this inning. 2 on, 2 out. And he takes a strike. Jones is 0 for 2. He's flied out to right and flied out to left. Does not have a hit in the series. Former Pirate Jose Veras loosening up now for Milwaukee. 4 runs in here in the Pirate 5th. Jones now down the count, 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes to Jones. Snyder is the runner at third base, and Andrew McCutchen over at first. Garrett Jones facing an 0-2 pitch from Sean Markham momentarily. Jones to provide some more offense in this 5th inning. Here comes the 0-2 from Markham. And Jones watches ball 1. Pirates and Brewers again tomorrow. They'll wrap up this series tomorrow afternoon at 1:35. First pitch. Then the Cardinals come in for 3. Cardinals losing to Cincinnati earlier 8-2. So that series is even at a game apiece. Pirates hoping to pick up a game on the Cardinals, get closer to second place again. There goes McCutchen, pitch inside, throw down by Maldonado, and plenty of time to get it. And Andrew McCutchen has been thrown out for the 10th time this year. But 4 runs on the board, and 4-0 Bucks after 5. Time for the Coors Light freeze can. Ryan Braun with 2 outs in the first. Look at the catch by Travis Snider. Up against the wall, taking away extra bases. And Travis Snider gets a tip of the cap from his starting pitcher, Jeff Carson. And that's the Coors Light freeze can. And Snider still in the outfield, but not in right field anymore. He's in left.
Tabata out of the game.
Not sure at this point why. We'll try to find out. But Garrett Jones has moved to right field, and at first base, Gabby Sanchez. Top of the 6th inning, 4-0 Bucks.
Here's where you want the 0, as you see Gabby Sanchez taking over at first. Pirates move things around.
Jeff Bianchi, 1-1 count. Up in the air to right center. Andrew McCutchen calling for it. Plenty of room. He makes the catch, and Bianchi is 0 for 15 as a big leaguer.
And that's going to be it from Markham.
Travis Ishikawa will come out and pinch hit. Ishikawa batting for Markham. So Markham gave up 4 runs, but 0 earned runs. Ishikawa takes a breaking ball low. Markham goes 5. Gives up 5 hits. And again, 4 runs and none of them earned.
Walked the batter and 5 strikeouts.
So the ERA doesn't suffer, but still, earned or not, they all count.
Right, and your responsibility is to still get outs and do what you can there. There's a base hit by the pinch hitter.
Ishikawa picks up the pinch hit, base hit. And with 1 out, there's 1 on for the Milwaukee Brewers. That's the 9th pinch hit and 36 pinch hit at bats for Ishikawa. Marichika Aoki 0 for 2. Ground out to second. And a fly to center. Aoki from the Yakult Swallows in Japan. Started there in 2004. Played with the same club through 2011, and Milwaukee signed him on the 17th of January after his negotiating rights were awarded to the Brewers by the ball club. They play in the Japanese Central League, and he goes to left field, slaps a single. Back-to-back base hits in the 6th inning, 2 on, 1 out for Milwaukee. Now Ricky Weeks walking to the plate. Packed house tonight at PNC Park.
They're liking it so far.
They like it so far. 4-0 Pirate lead, but the Brewers with traffic. Ricky Weeks 0 for 2. He's flying to center and grounded out to Barmes at short. 212 the average for Weeks, whose brother Jamal Weeks plays for the Oakland Athletics. Strike is called.
I wonder if Jamal has the same strikeout problem.
He does have the same haircut. He's got the long dreads.
No.
0 for 5 in the series for Weeks. Oakland winning today, by the way. His brother's team beating Tampa Bay 4-2. 0-1 pitch, and Weeks lets that one go low. Boston pounding Kansas City 9-3 in the 5th. Boston and the Dodgers pulling off a blockbuster trade. Adrian Gonzalez, the main piece there. James Loney, the first baseman for the Dodgers, going to the Red Sox. Josh Beckett, Carl Crawford, Nick Punto going to the Dodgers along with Adrian Gonzalez. The Red Sox unloading a lot of salary in the hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, you almost got to feel like that's a vote of confidence for Bobby Valentine. He has a lot of clout. All those rumblings about dissatisfied players underneath the manager. That's never a good climate, whether they're founded or unfounded. All that stuff.
1-2 to Weeks. Fouled it back. The newest Dodgers. They are arriving at Dodger Stadium. And Gonzalez, the Southern Californian, with the Mickey Mouse t-shirt on in the middle there. They'll be donning Dodger blue now.
Joining the club in contention.
Giants probably don't like it. Giants losing to Atlanta today, 7-3. Weeks shatters his bat. He's got some firewood in his hands now. Let's slow this one down for you. AGH cam. Bang.
Almost looks like that bat was made from balsa wood, you know, that real light stuff. Jeff still in control of this strikeout possibility. He's ahead in the count, 1-2. Going to chase one more.
Karstens looks at second. Comes home to Weeks.
Yes.
Pulls the string and strikes him out.
Answer is yes.
138th time this year Ricky Weeks has gone down on strikes. He's 0 for 3. Barrel Automotive league leader stat in home runs. Ryan Braun leading the way with 34. Carlos Beltran of the Cardinals 28. And Giancarlo Stanton of Miami with 27. Barrel driven to be better. And I think Braun knew after the controversy that surrounded him in the offseason that no matter what the fans thought, and no matter what the result was that allowed him to play, he would be hearing this type of reaction everywhere he went, and he has been throughout the course of the season.
And you wonder how much of it, if he can block it out entirely. Apparently he is in terms of being effective as a hitter.
First ball swinging, a looper to shallow right, and out is Gabby Sanchez. Terrific range by the first baseman Sanchez, and the Brewers strand 2 men after 2 hits. 4-0 Pirates. Right, Steve?
Yeah. Now, I don't know if it's true, but somebody was telling me yesterday that, and if it is true, that makes Clemens a piker, that Bill Lee, the spaceman, at 65, pitched a complete game in a independent league game. That's true. And Rogers got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all, because Bill Lee, since retiring as a player, has played in quite a number of ball games. Nissan road ahead tomorrow. Eric Bedard will face Mark Rogers. Rogers 1-1. Bedard 7-13. Rogers is a right-hander. Bedard the lefty. So that's our matchup for tomorrow afternoon. The series finale. A finale the Pirates hope to win. They've got a 4-0 lead going to the plate in the bottom of the 6th, and they'll face Jose Veras. Veras was traded to the Brewers this offseason by the Pirates in exchange for Casey McGee. McGee now with the Yankees, and Chad Qualls the return for McGee from New York. A lot of moving pieces. Veras starts off Garrett Jones with a strike. Jones was the 9th man to come to the plate in the 5th inning, but McCutchen thrown out stealing second base, attempting to steal. So Jones a fresh count in the 0-1, and Veras gets him to foul it back. Paul was talking about Roger Clemens. We mentioned it earlier in the game, but Jim Crane, the new owner of the Astros, is open to discussing with Roger a return to Major League Baseball. Roger's kind of downplayed. 0-2. One just missed.
Well, Veras has worked 51 innings. He struck out 58. That's the good news. But in 51 innings, he's also walked 33. That's not the good news.
Two count to Garrett Jones. Set it low, 2-2. I heard Nolan Ryan talking about it. One of the mediums, television or something. I know I heard his voice talking about the Clemens pitching for the Skeeters tonight, saying don't be surprised if he takes them out in Houston at some point. That's Nolan Ryan saying that. Tapper off the glove of Veras. He doesn't know where it is, and Jones is safe.
Another open door.
Well, the leadoff man aboard for the 2nd straight inning.
Just slows it down enough. It dies right in the grass, no man's land. Nothing anybody can do about it. Things going the Pirates' way. Calls can go either way tonight. They're kind of leaning toward the Bucks.
Well, Jones at first. Walker looking for his first hit. 0 for 2. Reached on an error and scored a run. And he fouls this one back. Walker hitting .285. 14 home runs and 69 runs batted in. He is 3rd on the all-time list for Pirates second baseman in home runs. He has 38 career home runs. He's got 2 to catch George Grantham, and he's got 101 to go to catch Maz. And a swing and a miss. Is that math right? No, 109. Anyway, you look at it, so Steve, the short time he has been here, relatively speaking,
He's done just fine.
for that position. He's already 3rd in the club's all-time list.
He's doing fine. Nobody ever thought they'd see him at second base. They did. After as a catcher, and some time at 3rd.
And when he came up to play second base in 2010, the Pirates were in a phase where they were still constructing a lineup perhaps for the future, and he didn't know if he'd even make the club or see any big league time. Being groomed as a super utility player. He goes down looking. Neil Walker saying something to Doug Eddings, and it's not hello, nice to see you. Well, if you missed today's all-new Inside Pirates Baseball, you can catch it again tomorrow before the game. Get an exclusive look at how Michael McHenry has reverted back to a power-hitting catcher. Find out which Pirates agent is a member of the 500 Home Run Club. And see our plays of the week and much more inside Pirates baseball tomorrow, 12:30 on Root Sports. Nothing in one to Alvarez. And he is 1 for 2 with the double and a pop out. Jose Veras pitching to Pedro Alvarez. The 0-1. Foul tip. Strike 2.
And all of a sudden the Pirates are seeing some heat. 92-mile-an-hour fastball for Veras. They didn't see much of that from Sean Martin.
Pedro hitting in the 6th spot of the batting order. 43 runs batted in. When batting 6th, that's second most in the majors behind Yadier Molina, the Cardinals, who has 48. 0-2 coming. And Pedro pounds it foul. Martin Maldonado wore that one a little bit. Padding right there on the knee for him. Breeze is picking up a little at PNC Park, cooling things down some. Pedro, base hit.
Oh, nice, going the other way. Nice piece of hitting by Pedro.
Nice to see him doing that.
0-2 pitch. Short enough. Get the ball to the opposite field. Second hit for Pedro tonight.
Pedro going to the big part of the field. He's 2 for 3. Stayed with the breaking ball. The AGH camp slows down the hitter's eyes too, and just watching his eyes again, as we saw another hitter earlier in the game do it, but watching him follow that ball to the opposite field, really neat to see. Here's McHenry with 2 on and 1 out.
Mr. Williams used to talk a lot about the visual part of hitting, seeing the ball as long as you can.
Seeing it off the bat. So many young hitters coming up. How many times do they realize that they actually blink and close their eyes at the point of contact? And you watch a lot of major league hitters, they don't do that. You'll see those eyes wide open, watching the ball right to contact off the barrel. Pitch to the Fort coming up. Oh, watch out. That's a stinger down there.
Hopefully not a souvenir.
Yeah. I think Nick Leyva heard that one before he saw it. No balls and 1 strike to Michael McHenry. He is 1 for 1 with an RBI double and a run scored. He's also walked, so McHenry has reached base twice tonight. Got Jones at second base and Alvarez at first. 2 on, 1 out. Oh, and 2. So Maldonado creeped to the outside at the last moment.
Fastball right on that outside part of the strike zone.
Veras ahead 0-2. When Veras began the season, the Brewers thought he'd be a late inning guy, as he was last year with the Pirates, and had a lot of successful outings in the late innings with the Pirates in 2011, but it didn't work out for him very well.
Wasn't the sequence supposed to be Veras in the 7th, Rodriguez in the 8th, and Axford in the 9th?
And that formula, yeah, it has not worked.
It's blown up, and A lot of fingers pointed at that group for the position that the Brewers are in.
Well, the Brewers bullpen this year has 23 blown saves and almost another one last night. Axford couldn't save it. Cameron Lowe had to come in and get one out and picked up his second save of the year to back up Axford.
So that's a blown one for Axford. Another one. Is that considered a blown save?
That'd be 24 then.
Yep, and nine of them from him.
So McHenry strikes out looking. Veras gets the strikeout. 2 on and 2 out.
Jose Veras, he'll get his strikeouts for sure. Good breaking ball right there. The walks, I'm sure, are part of his story. 52 innings now, 33 walks.
You know, Michael knows Jose from catching him last year. He knows he possesses an effective curveball to right-handed hitters. So Barma's facing him now, another right-handed hitter. One. Clint's still looking for his first base hit of the series. Now would be a pretty good time. Out front again. 77 miles an hour on that breaking ball from Jose Veras. And now you're 0-2. You've thrown him 2 of those. What do you come back with?
Well, you got the hitter set up now because the hitter knows that you got 92-mile-an-hour fastball in your back pocket. You're going to use it because if you sit on another breaking ball, you're never going to catch up to 92. You still got to work off the fastball. He's got to protect against that. Veras probably will not throw the ball in the strike zone here. He's in the driver's seat. Tries it again.
See what he comes back with. See if he leaves one over the plate somewhere for Barmas. With Jones the runner at second and Alvarez at first base. 4-0 Pirates, bottom of the 6th. And the 1-2 coming. That's a little number. That's going to go fair. Maldonado on to first, and did Hart have it? Yes, he did, says Kerwin Danley. So the Pirates get 2 hits and leave 2 men. On to the 7th, 4-0 Pittsburgh. It's 0-4 the line for the Brewers. We go to the 7th at PNC Park. This date in Pirates history, this day brought to you by Day Automotive. Bill Robinson scored on a Tim Foley single in the top of the 19th to give the Pirates a 4-3 lead over the Padres. Dave Roberts earned the win, pitching the bottom of that inning August 25th, 1979.
On the way to the World Series. 19, the magic number for these big-time extra inning games.
They're long.
Yeah, just long watching them.
And Aramis Ramirez went around 1-1. The Pirates game against the Cardinals went 6 hours and 7 minutes. It only tied for the longest game in 2012. The Red Sox and Orioles played an extra inning affair that also took 6 hours and 7 minutes exactly this year.
Well, this one's not going to take that long. Jeff Carson's moving it right along. Sweeping slow curve. Very efficient. His pitch count is very tidy, as you might expect, working on a 4-hit shutout here in the 7th inning. He's been terrific tonight, including his bat work.
1-2 to the right side, right at Gabby Sanchez. He'll take it himself. 1 out. 19 inning games. One this year, one last year, one in 1979. And you look at the one from this year and the one in 79. The one in San Diego was a few minutes longer at 6:12. Had 4 fewer at bats, 1 more hit, left many more on base, and used 4 fewer pitchers. To right field and toward the track, Garrett Jones. 2 outs quickly in the 7th.
Number of tips to win. Lean on Jeff. Lean on Jeff.
This will bring up Martin Maldonado to face Karstens with 2 outs. For 2 tonight for Maldonado. Struck out looking in the 5th inning. Barmes robbed him of a single up the middle in the 2nd. 2 outs, bases empty. Pirates up 4-0. Strike call. What a nice night to be out here at this ballpark.
Yep, things going the Pirates' way. Very comfortable. I'm watching Jeff Carson spin a masterpiece.
0-1. And this one is hit to left field. A base hit. Well, tomorrow, love to see you out here. And if not, you got 3 games with the Cardinals. A very, very important Central Division series coming up starting Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All night games at 7:05.
Well, we're getting down to cases where just about everything's important.
Well, the Pirates last night began a stretch of 28 straight games against Central Division opponents. So this is the stretch. Gomez, ground ball to Barnes. A little flip on to Walker. They get him a short way. And that's it. Tonight's 7th inning stretch is presented by the new face of Northwood Realty Services. Stretch time at PNC Park. 4-0 Buccos.
It's time for the 7th inning stretch. We invite you now to stand, follow the bouncing Eaton Park Smiley Cookie, and join everyone watching at home on Root Sports as we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Pirates bats looking to explode here in the late innings. Great shot courtesy of the AGH cam. All the shots they give us all night long, all game long, all season long. Along with Dan Potash and Steve Blass, I'm Tim Neverett. 4-0 Pirates as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Jeff Karstens will hit for himself. Nyjer Morgan is out in center field. He takes over for Carlos Gomez. And he will go into the 9th spot of the batting order. The double switch brings out the veteran Livan Hernandez. Speaking of soft serve, Hernandez, key of the little miles per hour.
I don't know if we missed it, but I hope Jeff Carson's got a very, very nice round of applause. He has been terrific tonight. Veras goes an inning, a couple of hits, a couple of strikeouts, his line.
Karstens' a 2nd run batted in this year. Came in the 5th. He also scored a run. And the 1-1. Shot foul on the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Karstens. That's a different kind of soft serve.
Yeah.
Tastes a little better. One-two. Jeff watches the curveball at 65 miles an hour.
Oh, turnabout is fair play. Now Jeff, he smiled because he knows he's been beat in the slow curve department. That's the rain delay here on this one. That's the gravity ball.
Yeah, if you're driving that fast on 79, somebody's behind you beeping the horn saying, let's go. 65.
It's beating at your own game, and he knows it.
Now he sees what it looks like from the other side.
Yep.
Gabby Sanchez, his first at bat tonight. Batting in the leadoff spot for Tabata. An update on Jose Tabata, a left groin issue. Experienced discomfort in his left groin. The Pirates are going to have him evaluated and treated. We'll get some additional information when it becomes available. So it's a left groin issue for Jose Tabata, and that's why he left the game in the 5th inning. Or after the 5th.
Battery Mays having a little fun with that at bat.
One former Marlin to another. Hernandez deals high. Of course, Hernandez with a World Series winning Marlin team in '97. One of the few remaining active teammates of John Wehner from that '97 Marlin title team.
Did they do it again in '03? He won it again.
There's another former Marlin, and A.J. Burnett. He had a no-hitter against San Diego while pitching for Florida, now Miami. A.J. will pitch the 2nd game. I beg your pardon, the 1st game against St. Louis Monday night. Bedard tomorrow against Milwaukee. A.J. goes Monday. J-Mac Tuesday. Wandy Wednesday. Right out front, Sanchez. 63 miles an hour on the breaking ball.
He's got engine trouble. Slowing down even further.
Look where that was on the grid. Like middle.
Sangy used to call that, oh, you know, the little Flip Wilson. Slop drop. Flip Wilson.
There it is again for a strike.
No dead fish.
Snyder 1 for 3 RBI base hit in the 5th. 1-1 to Snyder.
The 84-mile-an-hour fastball, it looks like 150.
Hitter probably asks, where did that come from? That explosion out of his hand. Another one there at 78. Snyder awaits the 1-2. Nobody on, 2 out. Reaching for it.
62 miles an hour.
Well, he's almost got his jersey number, which is 61. See if he can get to that.
And I'm surprised that Maldonado is not leaning out, reaching out, trying to catch that ball halfway to home plate. That's actual speed, by the way. That was not slowed down.
And Snyder chased the high heat at 83. Pirates gone in order. Livan Hernandez strikes out the side.
Four 4-0 Buccos as we head to the top of the 8th inning on a Saturday night at PNC Park, and it's about time. Longtime Brewers icon Bob Uecker is going to get his own statue, which will stand next to Hank Aaron, Robin Yount, and Bud Selig outside of Miller Park in Milwaukee. It will be made of bronze and will stand over 7 feet tall. The statue will be unveiled Friday, August 31st in the afternoon before the Pirates open a 3-game series in Milwaukee. So timing's good, guys. We could go check that out before the ball game.
Yeah, we'll get a look at Mr. Baseball. He's one of the funniest guys.
He is. He is.
He asks about you when we go to Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got him all lined up. We're going to do a radio interview with Bob, and it is going to be a lot of fun. Hope you can check it out tomorrow during the pregame show.
You might need to do a two-parter with him.
I'm prepared to do it.
He is one of a kind. Likes to fish out on the lake, has a boat.
Yep. Takes
it out pretty often. Sometimes he'll take a player or two.
His health is he's looking better. He's had some real health challenges the last couple of years.
Well, he told me last year, I asked him how he was feeling. He said, he gives you that look first, kind of cockeyed look first.
Yeah.
And then he said, I'm pretty good for a guy who's put together with used lawnmower parts. He's always got a line about something.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't go on Johnny Carson 100 times without having some material ready. I'm going to ask him about that, too. Those beer ads that he did, they look like so much fun. He's had quite a life, Bob Uecker.
Had his own sitcom,
yep.
Mr. Belvedere.
Mr. Belvedere wrote a book, Catcher in the Rye.
And a base hit, the very first one of Jeff Bianchi's major league career. That ends an 0 for 15 streak to start his career. So he wants the baseball.
Yep.
This Monday through Wednesday, the Bucs will host the Cardinals in a huge 3-game divisional series here at PNC Park. Let's pack PNC Park and support our Buccos in this important series in the hunt for October. Get your tickets now at Pirates.com.
There's the souvenir. We used to have fun with those kind of things. We'd write all kind of things that you don't even want to think about in some of those souvenir baseballs.
Well, you keep the real one somewhere safe, and you put an imposter in there when he's not looking. And he's got it in the pocket, so maybe some hijinks are on the way, but it's always fun to see guys get on the other side of their first this and their first that in the big leagues, and he's still feeling it. You'd never know. The Brewers are down 4-0 looking at his expression. But for a guy who's been trying to live the dream of being a big leaguer, he gets his first major league hit.
It's big. That is so big. What's big, too, is not only the pitch count for Jeff Carson's 81 pitches, but 60 strikes, just 21 balls. And he's been superb.
Yeah, very efficient.
Yep. Activity in the Pirate bullpen. Pirates are riding 4 unearned runs. Ride it down the trail to the finish line.
Here's Nyjer Morgan. When he occupied left field in Pittsburgh, it was known as Morgantown. But now in Milwaukee, he flashes the timeout sign, basically, the letter T with his hands. That's for Tony Plush, his gentleman's name, as he says. But Nyjer, sometimes misunderstood, a very funny personality in this game. Go to first base, and the Yankees back. Jason Grilli heating up. Ball's 1 strike. That's the count to Nyjer Morgan, a .239 hitter. Bianchi takes up. There's a ground ball. Barmes recovers, can't make the play, and Morgan is aboard. So Barmes going to cover second base with a left-handed batter up. Morgan went the other way. Barmes slammed the brakes on, threw it into reverse, but just couldn't make a play. So 2 on, and nobody out for Milwaukee.
And a tough contact hitter up in Aoki. Visualize a strikeout. Like to get a ground ball sharply hit right at somebody, get a double play.
Morishika Aoki is 1 for 3. And his fellow countryman Hisanori Takahashi may have already arrived in Pittsburgh. They're expecting him to arrive during the game tonight. He will not be active. Pirates plan on talking with him after the game and getting him active tomorrow, perhaps.
The plot thickens. This ball game is not in the back pocket yet by any means. 4-0, 8th inning. Heading toward the finish line, but a little 2-step stumble here.
And now, how about that? Must be in the front row.
Jeff Carson came off that mound after throwing that pitch in discomfort. Michael McHenry went out there.
Hurdle and trainer Todd Tomczak coming out. They're going to pay a visit to Jeff Karstens.
Looked awkward, like he jumped off. I want to take a look at that pitch because it was an awkward finish, almost like he was trying to overthrow the ball. But watch at the end. Yeah, that's a right groin. Look. So we're going to make a pitching change. That's an absolute.
He wants Tony Watson. Asking for the lefty. I think Grilli thought he was coming in because he's been on the mound, but Grilli's a righty. And in this situation with an injured pitcher, you can bring in anybody you want, and he's got as many pitches as he needs to warm up.
Yep.
Not the requisite 8 between innings. So Watson's going to come out, and Grilli says, well, wait a minute. What about me? Well, Jeff Karstens will leave the ball game in some discomfort. Watson will come on with the left-on-left matchup with Aoki, and Karstens a standing ovation as he leaves with a 4-0 lead in the top half of the 8th inning.
Pirates baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. By PNC Bank for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruze, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
Well, 4-0 Pirates lead. Top of the 8th inning. Jeff Karstens leaves due to an injury. And what a night on the North Shore of the Allegheny. 4-0 in the 8th. Tony Watson continuing to warm up. He came in cold out of the bullpen, so he'll get as many pitches as he needs to warm up. But one thing that's helped the Pirates tonight certainly has been defense. And it started in the first inning with this catch by Travis Snyder off the bat of Ryan Braun to retire him for the final out. This double play started by Pedro Alvarez. They went all the way around the horn. Corey Hart hitting into that. Farmas has been terrific, taking a single away from Maldonado. And the Bucks throwing the leather around tonight.
Basically a blind throw from Clint, hoping that he had the direct line to first base, and he did. And Jeff Karstens goes 7+, leaves with an injury we don't know exactly what it is. 7 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 4. He was terrific, absolutely terrific.
Get you caught up to date on what the guys outside the big leagues are doing. Brock Holt, named the Eastern League postseason All-Star this season with the curve in Double-A. 322 average, 24 doubles, a couple of home runs, 43 runs batted in. Promoted to Indy on August 7th. So Triple-A now. Pirates' 9th round pick in 2009.
Good baseball name, Brock Holt.
Brock Holt, second baseman. Pirates are going to get an up-close look at the Altoona curve. Their final tune-up out of spring training next season will be in Altoona.
Could this be a one-batter appearance for Tony Watson?
Well, it's possible with Grilli already hot in the pen and being the 8th inning. So 2 on, nobody out. The left-handed hitter Norichika Aoki, who is 1 for 3. And then you get the right-hander Weeks on deck.
And then Braun.
Creeping in from third is Alvarez. Here's the pitch. Aoki takes a strike, a fastball from Watson at 92. Aoki's wife for several years was a very popular sports anchor on television in Japan. She retired from that in 2010. Stopped doing it. Foul ball.
Remember a similar name, Isao Aoki, a very prominent golfer back several years ago.
You're not still following golf, are you? If you ask knowing the answer. Almost baseball gets in the way of golf season, doesn't it?
On occasion. Not really. We have priorities.
1-2 coming from Tony Watson. He'll turn though and face Bianchi at second base.
Looking forward to playing the Milan Classic Monday down at South Point.
Nice.
Web Tour.
Very nice.
They call it the Web Tour now.
And the 1-2 to Barmas. He flips to Walker for 1. Back to first, too late. Aoki got out of the box really well. So that's the first out. Now runners at the corners. And Morgan forced out at second, 6-4. So Bianchi down to third, and Aoki at first on fielder's choice.
Just kind of slices it towards shortstop. Aoki runs very well. Not much of a chance when that ball left the bat to get the double play. And it was a one-batter appearance, as we suspected.
And you called it there, Steve, with Jason Grilli already in the pen. Now Grilli can exit the door and come into the ball game. It's time for some grilled cheese, as the hard-throwing veteran right-hander will now face the right-handers Ricky Weeks and Ryan Braun, with runners at the corners and 1 man out in the 8th. 4-0 Pirates.
brought to you by Subway Restaurants. Open at 7 a.m. for breakfast, lunch, or whatever you need to fuel your day. Subway, where winners eat. Let's go Bucks!
37,460 on hand tonight, the 15th sellout of the season. Well, the Pirates' record is 19, so 4 to go to tie that. 2 to go to tie what they did last year when they sold out 17 games in 2011.
A little bump up from last night's number of just over 37.
Yeah. Here's Jason Grilli. He will work on Ricky Weeks. Weeks is 0 for 3. Well, the tying run in the on-deck circle. 4-0 Pirates. 2 on and 1 out. And the pitch. And Weeks takes a breaking ball for a strike. So he starts him off with a bender.
Even as hard as Jason throws, it just adds so much when you can be effective with 2 pitches instead of 1.
Comes the 0-1 from Grilli. Well, he'll step back and look at Aoki. And Aoki's a threat to run. He has 19 steals. So he can motor.
And Ron Roenicke is not afraid to send anybody anytime, whether they want a straight steal or try to stay out of a double play, which they did successfully earlier in the ball game. Stayed out of the twin killing.
0-1. And Weeks looks at a strike. Another breaking ball. It's 0-2.
Yeah, that's kind of a buckler when you know the guy out there can throw at 96, 97 miles an hour. You get a couple hooks thrown at you.
Well, now he's got the heater in the, that bullet in the gun still.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to use it. And the 0-2 to Weeks. Struck him out. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Yeah, that was classic right there.
3 pitches and Weeks back to the bench.
Nowhere near the strike zone. Got him to chase. Well, somewhat close to the strike zone, but a lot of speed following a lot of breaking balls. Not only the difference in speed, Tim, but going from way down low to way upstairs. You're changing the whole line of vision along with the speed of the pitch and the type of the pitch. That's 3 factors you got to deal with, and that's tough for any hitter. Different pitch, different location, different speed.
Ryan Braun has faced Jason Grilli 3 times in his career. He's 0 for 3. Braun has been walked 1 time, and he struck out once against Jason, which is inside, trying the fastball at 93. For 3 in the ball game. Braun hitting .304. Ground ball to short. And the short way. Aoki retired to the 4 side. So Grilli finishes up strong. And the Pirates coming to the plate at the bottom of the 8th. McCutchen, Jones, and Walker. That's from the Steve Blass hat collection.
Yep, looking good. One size fits all. Jeff Carson, 7+, no runs, 7 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Continues his great work at home.
Andrew McCutchen without a hit. He is 0 for 3. Reached on an error last time up in the 5th inning. He struck out and grounded out. News on Jeff Carson's discomfort in his right groin.
Yep.
It's been an issue tonight. Tabata left earlier in the ball game with a left groin problem. Now Carson's with a right groin problem. Had to leave the game. So hopefully he's going to be okay. Oh, and 2 to Andrew McCutchen. 3 infielders on the left side for him. And he watches that one sail outside for ball 1.
Lean on Jeff. Pirates did tonight. Came through big. One with a home brew. 2 out of 3.
Yeah, pretty good. McCutchen waited on it, popped it up, shallow right. Here comes Aoki. And he will retire Andrew McCutchen. Time for our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. We go back to last night. Rod Barajas' first home run since the 18th of July in Colorado, his 9th of the year. Tries to go inside the foul pole on the left field side. So Barajas with a solo shot. A Cold Hard Blast brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Sitting next to him, the new Papa, Jordy Mercer. He joined the team just yesterday. Newborn son, Maverick Lee Mercer. A 1 pitch. That's a strike call, nothing at 2. So pick an occupation right now for a guy named Maverick Lee Mercer.
Gunslinger.
I was thinking professional poker player.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yep.
Gunslinger's all right.
How about fighter pilot? Wasn't there Mav and
Fighter
Top
pilot.
Gun?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
If you have a brother, his name's got to be Goose.
Iceman.
Iceman.
Val Kilmer's character there.
We're just in San Diego where the Top Gun school is at Miramar. 1-2. Jones rips this one foul. And Clint Hurdle offering some encouragement to Andrew McCutchen, who's been, relatively speaking, slumping lately. And when he's in a slump, he goes 1 for 4, 1 for 3, and tonight he's 0 for 4. We'd like to heat up again as we get to September. And when the Pirates are playing meaningful games in September, that is a good thing. And the Bucs hope to make some hay here against not only the Brewers, but the Cardinals, and then the Brewers again. They'll go out for just a 3-game road trip following the Cardinals series. They'll have a travel day on Thursday once the Cardinals leave, and then play the Brewers again in Milwaukee Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 6 of 9 games against the Brewers. Well, Renick's club struggling a bit this year at 58-66, hanging in 4th place, 16.5 out to start the night. Jones pokes it to left field where Ryan Braun waits. 2 down.
Yeah, want to see some good news in the minor leagues?
Yeah, what do you got?
Kyle McPherson, 7 innings of 2-hit shutout ball, 5 strikeouts, 92 pitches. Nice and tight and clean.
In 18 1/3 innings with Indy this year, he's allowed just 2 earned runs. That's an earned run average of .098. Made his major league debut in the series in San Diego and was impressive. 1 inning of work. Just got that taste, that little cup of coffee, a little sip of coffee. He didn't even get the whole cup.
How are you going to keep them down on the farm after they've seen the big leagues?
He and Justin Wilson came up. Wilson gave up a couple of hits, but struck out the side to follow up McPherson's debut.
It's not all bad either.
And when Justin Wilson, who is a California native, went to Fresno State, won the College World Series with a Bulldog in Clovis, California, there was an absolute throng of family, friends waiting to see him after his big league debut against the Padres. That's one of the things that, tells you that this team is growing up, because we saw that a lot in 2009, 2010. You'd see guys making their major league debuts and the picture sessions afterward, the authentication of balls and bats and things they did for the first time. When you're around a ball club where you don't see that very often anymore, they're maturing and they're getting better.
Yep.
Three and one to Walker. And Neal looking for his first hit. He reached on an error in the 5th inning when Carlos Gomez, the center fielder, dropped a fly ball. That was the leadoff play of the inning, and then Walker would come around to score the first of 4 runs. Tom Walker, Neal's dad, Mom Carolyn sitting next to him. She's hoping for a hit here too.
Yeah, I keep going back to that subject because it was a leadoff error, but just to make a point, I'll exaggerate. So they make an error in back of you. They make an error in back of you, and you give up 20 hits. You have a responsibility. So as a pitcher, you just can't say, okay, I'm off the hook. I don't have to worry. Everything's going to be an unearned run. That's not the way it's supposed to work as a major league pitcher. You still got to get things done. You got to try to get outs, because they make an error behind you and you give up a bunch of hits. That's just not the right way, and you shouldn't feel good about that. You shouldn't feel like you're off the hook. So a lot of it's about attitude when you pitch in the big leagues. They're going to carry your tail a lot of the times, and it's your responsibility to pick them up and not just give in. And I'm not suggesting Markin did that.
This one's driven deep to right field. Aoki at the wall makes the catch, and it hung up. And Neal Walker needed a few more feet to reach Aoki making the catch. We're on to the 9th, 4-0 Pirates. Now for our Home Depot doing more on defense play of the game, and it was very early. 2 outs, top of the first. Travis Snider got it. Snider taking away extra bases from Ryan Braun, and that set the tone for this one. The tip of the cap from Jeff Karstens, the starting pitcher, who is in line to pick up a win. Snider also would contribute with an RBI base hit in the 5th inning.
And you love outfielders that aren't afraid of the wall. There's a lot of outfielders, a lot of right fielders who would just back off, take the bounce off the wall, see the double. Travis Snider did not do that to his credit.
Joel Hanrahan comes on in a non-safe situation, 4-run lead. Second consecutive outing in a non-safe situation. He came on last night with the Pirates trailing by 3 runs, 6-3. Pirates would end up losing 6-5 in Game 1, and the Bucks 3 outs away from evening this series at a game apiece. Facing Aramis Ramirez, and the hard-throwing right-hander deals high for ball 1.
It's never bad to separate Braun and Ramirez in different innings. Braun in the 8th, now Ramirez in the 9th. That's never a bad thing.
Well, he fouls this one away, 1-1. You got to look at the beard of Joel Hanrahan. A few weeks ago, I asked him when the last time he shaved that thing. He thinks it might have been January. Well, just the bottom part. He does work on the sides occasionally, but he did shave the entire thing off last year.
I don't think
Pedro Alvarez wedding, he cleaned himself up. But
I don't think he does much on the sides, but you can see there's been something recent.
A base hit for Ramirez, his 3rd hit of the ball game, a leadoff single in the 9th.
Well, we know one thing. Aramis Ramirez has always been able to hit the fastball.
Well, he was brought in to try to make up for some of the RBIs that would be lost by Prince Fielder when Fielder went to Detroit. And Ramirez with 75 of those. He moved into that cleanup spot where Fielder was. Now Corey Hart the batter. Hart takes a strike at 85. The slider from Joel Hanrahan. And the 0-1 coming. That's in the dirt, blocked by the Fort.
And that's what Forts do. Protect the territory.
Pirates looking for their 68th win of the season. They're 67-58 coming into action tonight. Hart down the right field line and foul, ball slicing away. One and 2 to Corey Hart. Now pitch. Still 1-2. Philadelphia beating Washington right now, Steve, in the top of the 9th inning. The Nationals have stumbled just a bit in the city of brotherly love on this trip. And with Atlanta winning 7-3 over San Francisco, Atlanta trying to gain some ground in the East. Started the night 6.5 back of the Nationals.
I'm going to ask, I think, probably a stupid question, but they're talking about shutting Strasburg down, correct? Would that apply to postseason too, so he wouldn't do anything after?
Would find it extremely hard to believe that. Ground ball to third. Alvarez throws to second for 1. Back to first. And too late.
Okay. One at a time is fine.
Got one. Hard to born of the fielder's joy. I think what they're talking about, perhaps, and I obviously can't speak for the Nationals, but what makes sense is perhaps to shut him down for the last couple of would-be starts. And you're not going to take your best pitcher out of the playoffs, are you?
Well, you know, I don't know. That sounds weird to me because now, you know, he's pitched very well. You're going to shut him down and then think you can push a button. He comes back the way exactly the way he was. I don't know. That's kind of a tough situation for me to understand.
Martin Maldonado 0-1. Well, Strasburg pitched very, very well. We were there for the debut, his major league debut in mid-June 2 seasons ago. And guess who was pitching opposite? Jeff Karstens. He's always in the mix somehow.
The big unit. His second major league start for the Pirates. Or maybe first.
To left field, and Snider will handle it.
That's nice. Line drives at your defenders are good.
The Pirates now 1 out away. from evening up this series. Jonathan Lucroy, backup catcher tonight, normally the starting catcher. He'll come out and face Hanrahan in the top of the 9th inning.
Now, it used to be a lot of times folks would just come out for the fireworks. They're coming out to watch the Pirates now. The fireworks are good, but it is flip-flop. First priority. Priority one, win the ball game, then enjoy the show. And that's a good thing. We've been waiting for that. That's a good thing.
Lucroy 4 out of 9 as a pinch hitter. On the season, a .324 hitter. He did miss 50 games with a broken hand. Takes outside for a ball, and 37,000 plus on their feet at PNC Park, looking for a Bucco win.
Yep, practicing the 9th inning stretch.
Missed on the corner, 2-0. Lucroy started behind the plate last night. We would expect to see him perhaps tomorrow in the afternoon in the series finale, catching right-hander Mark Rogers. Three 3-0 to Lucroy.
3 straight fastballs just off the outside corner.
Pitches are top of 1-0. 3-0, runner goes. That's inside ball 4, and he walked him on 4 pitches. So that'll bring up Jeff Bianchi, the shortstop. Bianchi had his first major league knock in the 8th inning. Time runs in the on-deck circle all of a sudden. 4-0 Pirate lead, 2 on, 2 out. Hanrahan's pitch. Bianchi, base hit to right. And the runners will hold, and the bases are loaded. And this is going to bring the tying run to the plate in Nyjer Morgan. And now it's getting a little hairy. Bianchi, who got his first major league hit in the 8th, comes up in the 9th and said, I'm used to this now, and gets another hit.
Ray Searage wants to discuss this situation. What a strange ball game. 1/2 inning of scoring, and that was unearned runs to this point.
One out to go. Hanrahan given the instructions, probably something along the lines of, hey, get this guy out and we can go home.
Yeah.
Probably pretty simple. Keep it simple.
Yep, got to get all 27 outs. It works.
Morgan is 1 for 4 in his career against Hanrahan. And Joel has struck him out twice. Base is full of Brewers, 2 outs. And Morgan takes low for a ball. Brewers now all of a sudden have double barrel activity in the bullpen in case they should tie this game up. A lefty Manny Parra and a righty Jim Henderson throwing. 1-0 to Nyjer Morgan. Strike call.
I don't think I've ever heard that much noise for a strike.
The black and gold faithful want to get it done. On Hanrahan to get Morgan and go home happy. 1-1. Swing and a strike 2. 1 strike away.
All of a sudden, a lot of people feeling better about this situation.
Peel down to third, and Danny Demuth not really flinching. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 men out, top of the 9th inning. Nyjer Morgan against Joel Hanrahan. These 2 players traded for one another when the Pirates sent Morgan to the Washington Nationals along with Sean Burnett. And Joel Hanrahan and Lastings Millage coming to the Pirates.
He was looking for fastball there. He almost hit that ball back to himself.
Here's the 2-2 delivery. Got it! That's a ball game. Brewers leave him loaded in the 9th. Hanrahan gets the final out, saves it for Karstens.